Inspired by true principles of chaos theory. The science is real. The butterfly effect is real. The chain reactions are real. But the names have been changed. The faces are different. Because this isn't about one story. It's about every story. This could happen anywhere, to anyone, including you. A man yells at a call center agent over a billing error, $5. The agent, shaken, makes a mistake on the next call. A bank account freezes. A small business owner can't pay his supplier. The supplier lays off 3 workers. One of them, desperate, robs a convenience store. The clerk fights back. A gunshot. 1 dead. The man who yelled? He's having dinner with his family, laughing, unaware. This is how rage travels. This is how strangers die. This is the butterfly effect. Anger is a virus. It doesn't stay contained. You think you're yelling at one person, releasing your frustration into the void, and then you move on. But anger doesn't move on. It spreads. It infects. It jumps from person to person, mutating, growing, finding new hosts. And sometimes, by the time it finishes its journey, someone is dead. Someone who never heard your voice. Someone who never knew your name. This is the story of Marcus Holloway, 42, a sales manager in Houston, Texas, who made a phone call on a Tuesday afternoon because he was stressed and his cable bill was $5 higher than expected. And this is the story of Daniel Ruiz, 19, a college student working part-time at a 7-Eleven, who died 3 weeks later because of that phone call. Marcus and Daniel never met, never spoke, never existed in each other's worlds. But the butterfly doesn't care about proximity. The butterfly only cares about motion. Houston, Texas, November 7th, 2024. 3:15 p.m. Marcus Holloway is sitting in his car in the parking lot of a Best Buy, stuck in traffic, fuming. He's had a terrible day. His boss chewed him out in a meeting. His wife texted him that their son got suspended from school for fighting. And now, reviewing his phone while waiting for the light to change, he sees his cable bill. $87.43. It should be $82.43. $5 difference. Normally, Marcus wouldn't care. $5 is nothing. But today, $5 feels like the last straw. He dials the customer service number. The automated system puts him on hold for 7 minutes. By the time a human voice answers, Marcus is seething. "Thank you for calling Spectrum Cable. This is Nicole speaking. How can I help you today?" Nicole Tran, 24, has been working at the call center in downtown Houston for 8 months. She hates it. The pay is $14 an hour, the customers are mostly angry, and she's stuck in a cubicle under fluorescent lights for 9 hours a day. But she needs the job. She's saving money to finish her nursing degree at Houston Community College. She's tired, but she keeps her voice cheerful, professional. Marcus doesn't care about her cheerfulness. "Yeah, my bill is wrong," Marcus snaps. "I'm being charged $5 more than I should be. Fix it." Nicole pulls up his account. She scans the charges. "I see the charge, sir. It looks like there was a promotional discount that expired last month. That's why there's an increase." Marcus cuts her off. "I don't care about your promotions. I was told my rate was locked in. This is a scam. You people are scammers." Nicole's chest tightens. She's been yelled at before. It happens daily. But something about Marcus's tone, sharp, dismissive, cruel, hits her differently today. She's been up since 5 a.m. taking care of her sick mother. She's exhausted. "Sir, I understand your frustration. Let me see what I can do. Marcus interrupts again, louder now. Don't give me that scripted bullshit. Just fix the damn bill or transfer me to someone who knows what they're doing. Nicole's hands start to shake. She's trying. She's pulling up the account notes, looking for overrides, but Marcus won't stop. How hard is this? Are you incompetent? Jesus Christ, they'll hire anyone these days. That word, incompetent, lands like a punch. Nicole's eyes sting. She blinks hard, tries to keep her voice steady. I'm doing my best, sir. Please give me a moment. Marcus doesn't give her a moment. He unleashes. Your best? Your best is wasting my time? I've been on hold for 10 minutes for a $5 mistake that you idiots made. Do you even know how to do your job? Nicole breaks. Not outwardly. She doesn't cry. She doesn't yell back. But something inside her cracks. She quickly applies a credit to his account. $10, double what he's owed. Just to end the call. There, sir. I've credited your account. Is there anything else I can help you with? Marcus doesn't even thank her. Finally. No. He hangs up, tosses his phone onto the passenger seat, feels a tiny bit better, turns up the radio, drives home. By the time he gets there, he's forgotten the call entirely. Nicole sits at her desk, staring at her screen, trying not to cry. Her supervisor walks by. You good? Nicole nods. Lies. I'm fine. But she's not fine. Her hands are still shaking. Her heart is pounding. She takes a deep breath, clicks to the next call in the queue. She needs to focus. She can't afford to mess up. The next call is from James Cartwright, 38, owner of a small HVAC repair business. He's calling because his business checking account shows a hold on $2,500 that shouldn't be there. It's blocking a payment he needs to make to a parts supplier today. Hi, I need to remove a hold on my account. I don't know why it's there, but I need access to that money immediately. Nicole, still rattled from Marcus, pulls up James's account. But she's not reading carefully. Her vision is blurred from holding back tears. She sees a fraud alert flag on the account. Routine, automated, usually cleared in minutes. But in her shaken state, she misreads the notes. She thinks the hold requires a 72-hour security review. I'm sorry, sir. It looks like there's a security hold for suspected fraud. It'll take up to 3 business days to clear. James's voice rises in panic. 3 days? No, I need that money today. I have a supplier payment due in 2 hours or they'll cancel my order. Nicole, overwhelmed, doesn't think to escalate, doesn't think to double check. She just wants the call to end. I understand, sir, but it's bank policy. There's nothing I can do. James hangs up, furious and terrified. James tries calling back, gets a different agent, explains the situation. But by then, it's 4:50 p.m. The fraud department is closed until tomorrow. No override available until morning. James can't pay his supplier. At 5:30 p.m., his supplier, Apex Parts Distributors, sends an automated email. Payment overdue, order canceled, account suspended. James loses the parts he needed for 3 jobs scheduled this week. He has to cancel the jobs. Loses $8,000 in revenue. Worse, his reputation takes a hit. One of those clients was a commercial property manager who was going to give James a long-term contract. That contract is gone now. James is furious, stressed, drowning in bills. He has 3 employees. He can't make payroll this week if he doesn't have that revenue. On Friday, November 10th, he calls his 3 workers into the shop. I'm sorry. I have to let you all go. I can't afford to keep you on. One of those workers is Kevin Morris, 31, father of 2, been with James for 4 years. Kevin is devastated. He has rent due in 5 days, daycare costs, groceries, no savings. He's living paycheck to paycheck. Kevin applies everywhere. Fast food, retail, warehouse, nothing. It's November, right before the holidays, and no one's hiring. By November 18th, Kevin is desperate. His wife Angela works part-time as a cashier at Walgreens, but it's not enough. They're about to be evicted. Kevin's pride is shattered. He feels like a failure. One night, November 21st, he's walking past a 7-Eleven near his apartment complex. It's late, almost midnight. The store is empty except for the clerk. Kevin has $12 in his pocket. His daughter needs diapers. His son needs formula. The rent is $900 overdue. Something breaks inside him. He walks into the store, pulls his hood up, grabs a bag of chips to look normal. His heart is pounding. He's never done anything like this. But desperation is a powerful drug. He approaches the counter. The clerk is Daniel Ruiz, 19, a kid working night shifts to pay for community college. Sweet kid. Quiet. Wants to be a teacher someday. Kevin pulls out a pocket knife. His hand is shaking. Open the register, now. Daniel's eyes go wide. He freezes. Kevin yells louder. I said, open it. Daniel, terrified, hits the button. The drawer pops open. Maybe $200 inside. Kevin reaches for it. But Daniel, in a burst of adrenaline-fueled panic, does something stupid. He grabs Kevin's wrist. No, don't. They struggle. The knife is between them. Kevin is stronger, desperate. He shoves Daniel back. Daniel stumbles, loses his balance, falls hard, hits his head on the corner of the counter. A sickening crack. Blood. Kevin drops the knife, backs away, horrified. Oh my God, oh my God. He runs, leaves the store, leaves Daniel bleeding on the floor. Daniel's shift manager finds him 12 minutes later. Calls 911. Paramedics arrive. Daniel is unconscious, skull fracture, brain hemorrhage. He's rushed to Ben Taub Hospital, surgery, ICU. But the damage is too severe. Daniel Ruiz dies on November 22nd, 2024, at 6:47 a.m., surrounded by his parents and younger sister, all of them sobbing, all of them asking why. Kevin is arrested 3 days later. Security footage, fingerprints. He confesses immediately. He's charged with felony murder. His wife and kids lose him too. The cycle of destruction is complete. And Marcus Holloway? On November 22nd, the day Daniel dies, Marcus is at a Starbucks in the Woodlands, sipping a latte, scrolling through emails, completely unaware. He doesn't know about Nicole, doesn't know about James, doesn't know about Kevin, doesn't know about Daniel. That phone call on November 7th? He hasn't thought about it once. It was $5. A minor inconvenience. A moment of venting. Nothing more. He'll never know that his anger, his cruel, careless anger, traveled through Nicole's shaking hands, through James's blocked account, through Kevin's desperation, and ended in a pool of blood on a 7-Eleven floor. He'll never know that a 19-year-old kid is dead because he couldn't control his temper over a cable bill. And Nicole? She quit the call center 2 weeks later. The guilt of freezing James's account, even though she didn't know the full consequences, was too much. She never finished her nursing degree. James's business never recovered. He closed it in January and now works at Home Depot. Kevin is serving 18 years. His kids ask their mom when daddy's coming home. Daniel's parents have an empty chair at every holiday table. This is the phone call. This is the scream that traveled across a city and killed a stranger. This is how rage becomes death. This is the butterfly effect. One man, one moment, one explosion of anger over $5, and the hurricane destroyed them all.